So I was looking into buying one of these Hydroblox things for drainage in my backyard. I have a little bit of a problem where water doesn't drain properly on one side of my yard, and I thought this would be perfect. So I bought one and I wanted to test it out. And I wanted to run some experiments on it just to see how it worked. And what I found is if you put water on top of this board, let's lay it flat here. Put water on top of that board, it would drain through the other side, and it appears to be that there's holes that go through, and there's spacing in between each noodle. But I saw a demonstration, and I saw the owner of Hydroblox talking on another video about how the noodles are not really solid. And I did some experiments on that, and I looked at the edge of the board here, and some of the videos said to put the boards end to end, and I didn't think that would work. I mean, there's some like cracks here that would let the water pass through along the side of the noodle and maybe then go into the cracks, but putting water on here didn't seem to do much. It just seemed to pool and not go anywhere. So I began to become a little bit skeptical about whether the Hydroblox really does what they say it does, where the noodles are porous and it sort of wicks through each noodle and that the noodles are hollow. So I did a little experiment here, and I have the noodle poking out through the bottom, and you can see there's plenty of open space on that noodle. It's not all siliconed up, and same thing on the inside of the cup here. It's not all siliconed up. There's some noodle exposed, and basically I filled this with water, and I've been letting it sit here for about 20 minutes, and there's not a drop of water on the other side of the noodle. As far as I could tell, these noodles are basically solid plastic and nothing passes through them. Just for good measure, I did a second one, and this has been here for about 40 minutes. A little bit different. I sealed this one on the outside, the other one I sealed mostly on the inside, but same thing. There's a noodle in there, mostly exposed. And not a drop. My finger is dry. There's nothing there. So, from what I could see, no water passes through the noodles, if anything. Like I said, this board is not entirely solid. There's plenty of holes that seem to go down, and there seems to be like a weave, and it's not exactly like air or water tight. And the only thing I could think of, I don't know if this would actually still work or not. I don't know. I would imagine, though, the whole thing about not clogging, I'm very skeptical of that now, because, if water is not passing through these noodles, you could absolutely get sediment and dirt and just clogging up the outside of this if it blocks the holes and blocks the weave pattern here. I don't see how water can pass through. It might take a longer time because, it's got a pretty intricate weave and there's a lot of holes all over. So, it might take a long time for water to seep in there. Again, I don't know whether this would still actually work, but I just wanted to make a video to show that the whole thing about the noodles transporting water is, from what I can see, doesn't appear to be true. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase any Hydroblox now, because, I thought that was very misleading. I'll leave a link to the video from the owner in the comment section, and you could see it for yourself. And, it seemed to give me a different impression, but, this is just appears to be plastic with holes in it then. All right, well, hope this video was of some value.